the special green screen forecast on a Monday. Your host, Davin Kamau. As yes, it is Storm Talk as I talk to you about what's next before I end off with those temperature trends from the Climate Prediction Center, as many of you, including myself, get ready to head out for summer vacation. But we have to start off with yet again another graphic from our friends at the Storm Prediction Center down in Norman, Oklahoma, as we have another potential of some stronger storms come Wednesday, June the 17th. Now, obviously, this is not a guarantee. We've seen other setups go down in failure modes because of some limiting factors, and at least we have one here. But we do have an enhanced risk, including parts of Missouri, Illinois, as well as western Indiana. Now, any development for severe thunderstorms will be determined by any morning convection or showers and thunderstorms just up to our north as a warm front pushes up to the north. And if that gets out of the way, that instability can build, and we'll have to watch much later in the day for these stronger thunderstorms. Now, at the moment, wherever that warm front sets up will determine where the greatest potential of rotating thunderstorms looks to be, and for now, that looks to be over Illinois. And I know you don't want to hear that, but again, it is not a guarantee, and I do not want to scare anyone. I know many people have storm anxiety, but I still want you to be paying attention to the forecast. Because here's another graphic that I haven't shown you. This comes from Colorado State University, and these are some of our machine learning models. This also kind of aligns with what the Storm Prediction Center is thinking with that area of interest over our area, but specifically over the state of Illinois. If you live there, definitely want to pay attention to the forecast. Again, if you have that morning rain, that will lower the instability, that will lower that severe weather threat. So it's not a guarantee, but if that instability can build, that could be some substantial severe weather in the form of tornadoes. And I hope that's not what happens, obviously. But again, we definitely want to be weather aware. And even through that fourth week of June, now this is a much lower confidence forecast. That severe threat might shift a little bit further down to the south through these time periods, but we're still going to have to keep an eye on the fourth week of June as well. So lots of things to watch while confidence is low and while things definitely haven't gone as forecasted the last few days. As you know, you definitely still want to stay weather aware regardless if you get severe weather or not. And our friends at the National Weather Service in St. Louis, they're working 24/7 updating the forecast. We're not here to scare you. We just want you to be prepared, right? So again, just make sure you have a NOAA weather radio by heading over to midlandusa.com to keep your family safe during the 2026 severe weather season. Now getting over to those temperature trends from our friends at the Climate Prediction Center, getting into that fourth week of June 2026, you notice those below normal temperatures trying to stick around a little bit longer than I was thinking. Now our normal highs now are getting in the mid to upper 80s, so this could be temperatures still struggling in the upper 70s to lower 80s, but look at those hot spots. If you want to head out to Florida for vacation, also out to the west, places like maybe Seattle, those areas are being dominated by those above normal temperatures. This is by no means like no good pool weather, because obviously it's summer. These are still temperatures that could still get in the lower 80s, but for some hold a little bit cooler than that, especially out towards Lake Michigan, for example. But it will watch even that 8 to 14 day temperature outlook to see if those above normal temperatures try to move back into our area. You notice confidence drops just a little bit for those below normal temperatures, and that could be because we could see those above normal temperatures try to move back into our area, getting into those latter portions of June 2026. But then look at this 3 to 4 week long range temperature outlook. It shows you that confidence really drops for those below normal temperatures, and we feed in probably some more summertime heat as we get towards those early portions of July. Despite the potential for a few brief cool downs, especially for the eastern portions of the United States, we could still see those above normal temperatures return. But places like the deep south, like Florida, parts of the west, you're going to be sticking to those hot temperatures. So if you're heading over there, definitely remember the sunscreen as well as those summertime clothing as well, because you're definitely going to need it if you're heading out to those areas. I'm getting ready to head over to Tennessee here in a few weeks from now, and I'm getting really excited for that. But again, our weather is pretty active. I still definitely want to watch to see if some active weather continues in these areas. And one reason is because we're actually transitioning fully now into an El Nino. And I think this might be the answer to why we're seeing a lot of severe weather over parts of Illinois. That transition to that El Nino is why we're seeing that. But eventually, we're probably going to see that disruptive pattern move a little bit further down to our south. So definitely a lot of things to monitor moving forward. But you can always follow me over on my social media platforms, Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it. The link to that will be down in the description. I'm also over on Instagram at Weather with Alvin. Same thing over on Threads, as I work also with the National Weather Service that will be bringing more updates to keep you and your family safe. So make sure you follow me on there. Any warnings or any tornado watches, things like that, I always repost it so that you can get the latest information when I'm not able to upload on here. And again, I'm about to head over on summer vacation. So while the weather is still active, someone got to enjoy some time off though, right? So I'm going to be here watching the forecast for you, don't worry. But again, make sure you're following me over on my social media platforms, because I'll take my phone where I go so I can keep you up to date with the latest forecast. But until then, thank you for watching this video all the way to the end. You're the best, and I hope you have a great rest of your week, St. Louis.